Hello, welcome to a special edition of Matty Makes. I'm Crystal, and today we are going to go through a fleece and skirt it out for separating to washing. So the scenario is I've got a fleece that came in complete pieces. And if it's in pieces, it's really hard to skirt out what was on the underside or back end of an animal and do the whole fleece. So maybe you bought a fleece that came apart like that, or maybe you just bought a pound of raw fleece, or maybe you got a fleece from a farmer and they don't care how the fleece comes off the animal. They're doing other things with the animal. They're not raising it for their fleece. So we're gonna go through this one bit by bit and sort out for washing. I like to separate like what's really dirty. Like maybe this will just go in the dirty skirt away pile, or maybe we'll try to save this. You know, ask yourself how much work you want to put into the washing, or how much fleece you expect to get. So we will just go through and pick things apart, and I'll let you know why I'm sorting things out totally, or if I'm putting that in the, oh, this is really nice pile. Should be easy to wash versus the stuff that's going to be harder to wash. So right now, a whole bunch of random fleece in front of me. So you want to part it off into small bits that you can easily sort out. Don't overwhelm yourself. So this has some really dirty bits here and some not so dirty bits on the side. The thing that I look at is for each clump, can you pull it apart easily? If you can pull it apart easily, it's going to wash up pretty easily and it'll come out nice in the end. If it is too matted down, felted together, and you can't easily just pull it apart, you probably just want to throw that in the garbage bag, so to speak. This I can pull apart easy. It looks fairly clean. It goes in my good bag. I just have a paper bag next to me. I'm going to put them in. There's a little hair here. This sheep grew up with a sheep that was a hair sheep. Not good for spinning. Goes in the garbage bag. So we can sort out another chunk. And there's some plant bits in there. Just pick those out. And you can see it's a little matted on the end, so we want to do the test. Does it pull apart? And it pulls apart. And you can see it's pretty clean inside. This yellow is the lanolin. This fleece got a little hot. It got up to 116 while this fleece was in the bag. So the lanolin kind of baked on. The chances of getting that fully out are low, but because this is a light colored fleece, dyeing over this will be pretty easy. Just go oranges, reds, blacks, dark blues, greens. As long as you're dyeing it with a darker shade, that is just going to dye right over. And in the dyeing process, some of that lanolin will actually come out too, because you get the water pretty hot. Not boiling, don't ever boil it. But yeah, this is coming apart pretty easy. This is fairly dirty, but not bad. It goes in the good bag. Now this stuff. Separate what looks kind of good from the not so great. So this is really chunky together. It looks sticky. It pulls apart, but it is very dirty. So if you want to try to save something like this, you're going to have to do more washes to it. I would suggest a hot water soak for a good 20 minutes, then hot water wash with a good detergent. I normally do Dawn and a shot of Simple Green for when it's this dirty. And then you're going to have to rinse it a couple times, maybe even wash it one more time. Definitely give it 2 rinses for when it's this dirty. But the locks do pull apart, and they are a good length. It might be worth saving this part, so I'm going to set it aside. So if I have a lot of fleece and there's not much really dirty, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna toss it out. This stuff looks pretty good. Pulling apart, really fluffy. You can feel the fleece just bounce right back. This is gonna make a really fluffy yarn. If I haven't said before, this is a Lammet Blackface Chavolt mixed breed. And fairly short stapled, so that's 2.5, 3 inches. Really beautiful crimp. Yes, I'm staying in camera here. Gotta stay in frame for you guys. And just pick out the little bits. I keep the plastic bag on the side with all the dirty bits are going in. And this looks pretty good. Goes in the wash bag. And that's basically what you want to do to your fleeces. If I can get some, see, that's another really dirty one. A lot of plant matter in there, and it's hard to pull apart. Can you hear it? It's almost breaking as I'm pulling, so we definitely don't want that. And then anytime you see veggie matter, just pull it out. These are sheep, they're in the field. You should expect some veggie matter. There's some hairs in here, so I don't know if it's from, some sheep have hairs on their legs. And some actually have guard hairs throughout the wool, so it depends on what breed you're working with. Don't know a lot about this mix. There's a lot of blackface out there, and they're normally a single coat animal. I don't see any hairs in the fibers, just on them. So I'm thinking it's from their legs, and the shear just didn't keep things separate. You just sheared the whole animal. So there's debris in here. You can see the debris. But a lot of that will wash out, and in the process of getting it ready for spinning, a lot of that will come out. So in the wash bin it goes. And you just work your way through it, picking out anything you don't want to spin, basically. And the fibery bits. Now these have that black grossness on the tips. That's not going to come out. That's probably from the back end of the animal. And then this part looks fine, but hopefully I'm staying in. There's another hair. Look at that. This is also a good time to pull out any shorter bits. Sometimes it's just folded, so yeah, see, it's just folded and you just pull it around and it's fine. See, there's a little short second clipping, because they're going through basically buzz cutters, right? And they'll do a pass, and then when they do the next pass, there's some little bits because the animal's domed. So you're gonna have those little second bits. There's nothing you can do about it. Just pick them out as you see them, because shearing an animal it's just gonna happen when you shear an animal, that's for sure. So go through and pick out the little tree bark bits or anything big enough that you can pick out. Small bits kind of find themselves out with brushing or, see, and that's just really dirty and clumpy with stuff, so I wouldn't even keep that. Let's get another bit, hopefully show you something a little different. Okay, so got another handful of this fleece, and you can see the differences in it. So I got some really dirty tips, but really fine crimp here, and this is more fluffy. There's still some crimp, but it's just fluffier, and this whole mass is just together. So we just, sometimes it just wants to come off in chunks. You sort it out and then go, ew, what did I find? This dark grossness, I've heard of people cleaning them. I don't have that much time or dedication, and there's really short staple links, so this just goes. Likewise, there's a whole bunch of little bits that's stained with lanolin. And, you know, tags. We don't want tags in there. And you can't really wash this stuff out. It just goes. You gotta separate it out from this lovely fluffy stuff, though. Okay, take this fluffy stuff, move it over here. Really trying hard to stay in camera. This gross stuff, back into the animal, totally sort it out, because this really dark is not coming out. Now this looks fluffy and pretty. You've got to make sure it does have its fiber length still, because some of the fluffy stuff sometimes just shortcuts. We want to make sure that you have the full length here. Yeah, and it looks pretty good. Oh, sorry, keep it down where you can see it. You can see the full locks here. Looks fluffy and nice. Dark hairs in here. I don't think are from the sheep. So that goes in the washing bag. So that's basically what you want to do when you get a fleece like this. It's just in pieces, or maybe you don't have that much space to lay out a whole fleece and you're doing it piece by piece because that's all you have space for. And that's totally all right. Just make sure you have a dirty bag. I'm just using the plastic bag this one came in, and baskets or other bags to sort out your good pieces for washing. I generally use, let me see it, this standard, ooh, weird camera angle, standard paper grocery bags, because they'll absorb some of the lanolin into them. So I'm not ruining, something I want to reuse. And sometimes I'll reuse the bags for other wools, like if I get multiple sheep at different times, so I have time to wash them in between. And they actually stack okay. If you put them together, you can actually build a little bit of a pyramid with them. So just be patient. Realize this will take time, and I'm wearing gardening gloves, so I'm not getting totally covered with dirt lanolin because I don't like that feel on my hands. And make sure you pick out the big stuff. And I'll be back with another one on how to actually brush out the veggie matter of a veggie matter encrusted fleece. I have one drying right now. That'll be really good for that, but I need it totally dry. So next time, fiber friends. Bye.